I demand respect. You want to trade words? I got a better idea, Jeff. Why don't we trade punches and Bound for Glory? How about that?
Kurt, don't push me, because you don't want no part of this pain that I've been wearing for the last 2 years.
The only reason you left this business is because you were over the hill. Expired. This ring is for wrestlers, not washed up has-beens like you, Jeff.
You want to goad me back into a match? I'm going to grant you your wish. You want me at Bound for Glory? You're going to get me at Bound for Glory. I'll see you in Chicago.
Attack, the verbal attack, so strongly negative towards Jeff Jarrett that the King of the Mountain has finally agreed to return to the ring after a 2-year absence. Angle unfounded claims that Jarrett was a coward, afraid of a physical confrontation, struck a nerve with the founder of TNA. That's when Angle referenced Jeff's 3 young daughters, telling Double J, let his precious little girls know their daddy's a quitter. Angle's wish answered. Jarrett agrees to face him at Bound for Glory, but then, that exclusive story at TNAWrestling.com, Jeff Jarrett tonight will address the very inflammatory quotes of Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle, some people are saying that after you coaxed me back into the ring last week, it's going to be a decision I'm going to regret. Some people are saying that I don't stand a chance, being that you're at your top of your game and I haven't even stepped foot into a wrestling ring in over 2 years. Well, Kurt, you know what I say to those people? You don't know Jeff Jarrett. You see, Kurt, my whole career, my back's been up against the wall. When I started as a skinny punk kid, everybody told me, kid, you got a lot of heart, but you're just too damn small to make it. Over 6 years ago, when I founded this company, people said, Jeff, are you crazy? You don't stand a chance. Literally hundreds have gone in the grave, and they have failed miserably trying to battle the big machine up north. They said, Jeff, you'll never succeed. Well, Kurt, you know what I say to those people? You don't know Jeff Jarrett. Because I'm standing in this ring 6 years later, and TNA has never been as strong as it is today. Kurt, nothing and no one will ever bring down TNA. You were supposed to be over in Europe promoting TNA wrestling. And you made some harsh and critical comments about everybody in that dressing room. You made some comments about our front office, about our back office. Kurt, you aired some dirty laundry. And if that's how you want to do business, two can play at that game. I'm going to read a couple of excerpts that Kurt also chose not to talk about TNA, but about his specific contract. The subtitle to the entire article starts off with, Olympic hero Kurt Angle is considering his options when his TNA contract expires next year. And I quote Kurt, I quote him, my decision will depend on how I feel about the company. Really? Really, Kurt? And then get this one. This is really nice. He's making some comments about his former boss, Vince McMahon. Vince is the most intelligent and most successful promoter of all time. He and I have had our ins and outs, and it's almost come to blows, but we have a mutual respect. I know how good he is at what he does, and he knows how good I am. No one can break that bond, not even Jeff Jarrett. It's like a father-son bond. Reality set in, huh, Kurt? And now that you know that we have a match at Bound for Glory, you don't want to be here anymore. Kurt, I don't get that. And I certainly don't get the comments you made about your father-son bond. Kurt, do you not remember 2 years ago? Hell, you couldn't thank me enough when you got here. When I personally hired you, and I'll quote you again, you freed me from that living hell. Kurt, let me refresh your memory. 2 years ago, you did an interview right back there in Studio 19, and you made some specific comments about your former boss. And Kurt, I didn't air it. I used my judgment not to air it to protect you and TNA. Well, Kurt, my judgment has changed. I want everyone to direct their eyes up to the screen. Let's take a look at those comments, because I'm going to walk you down memory lane, Kurt.
I had the CEO of the WWE tell me right to my face, an Olympic gold medal and a cup of coffee don't mean. Well, you know what? That pissed me off. I wanted to beat the out of him right there. Huh? What, does he think he's a genius? The guy has his head up his. He doesn't even know what he's doing. I called him, left a message, and told him I wanted to knock him on his. And he dared me in that meeting right afterward. And you know what? It took everything for me not to get up and knock him right on his. Because you know what? He's a piece of crap. That's being a. That's what you are. You're a complete Vince. Next time I see you, I will knock you on your. Because you're a stupid son of a. You watch what I do in TNA, Vince. Because to me, you're dead. You don't mean anymore. You know what? I disrespect you so much. You're going to be kissing my out of 2 years from now.
Kurt, you said in your interview that not even Jeff Jarrett could break that father-son bond between you and Vince. Well, Kurt, it looks like I just broke it. And Kurt, at Bound for Glory, I'm gonna beat your ass so bad, even Papa Vince won't take you back.
Broke it? I think he just shattered that bond. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it will be Jeff Jarrett one-on-one versus Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory. But can you imagine how Kurt Angle will react to both Jeff Jarrett's words and the video that he just played? Kurt, thank God you're here. Did you get my voicemail?
No, why?
No, why? Did you not hear what just happened?
No, what?
Oh, good Lord.
What?
You're not going to believe this. Jeff Jarrett was just in the center of the ring. Do you remember that interview you did like 2 years ago where you were talking about Vince McMahon and Jeff said it was so controversial that he wouldn't even put it on the air?
Yeah, vaguely, yeah. What?
Well, I got news for you, mister.
What?
He just put it on the air.
What?
Yeah.
He did not.
He did.
He did not!
He did, right in the center of the ring, kind of grandstanding. You wouldn't believe
That
it.
son of a... I'm gonna rip his head off.
No, that's not all.
What?
Cornette, he wants to see you right now in his office.
Come on, man. Give me a break. I just got here.
No. Ooh, this is going to be good. At Bound for Glory, it's 3D versus Matt Morgan and Abyss in the Monsters Ball. Now it's time to find out who will join them in the weapons match in Chicago.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Monsters Ball qualifying match. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one, first from Detroit, Michigan, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, Promoter City Machine Guns.
Sabin and Shelley, the young guns from Detroit, with an opportunity to move in to one of the big matches at Bound for Glory.
Well, think about how important the Monsters Ball is going to be at Bound for Glory. If you win that matchup, you will become the #1 contender for the TNA Tag Team titles. So it's so important, but I'll tell you one thing we know about Monsters Ball. You don't necessarily win that match.